Is there a DJ out there that you would kind of credit to introducing you and bringing you into this whole craft?
I gotta credit a bunch of like Toronto cats, like.
Hey, what's up? You're watching SPINr. It's your boy StokeS, and I'm here at King's Landing Barbershop. Today we're going to talk to a gentleman who is a producer, a teacher, a DMC champion, and one of Toronto's most renowned DJs. And he goes by the name of DJ Dopey. How you doing today, my friend?
Not bad, man. Getting a cut.
You're looking pretty fresh.
Thank you, sir. Thanks to my man P.
You're of Filipino descent, so everyone knows Filipino culture. They love music. What was it like in your house? What was the music like growing up in your house?
You know, a lot of Stevie Wonder, a lot of soul, a lot of R&B. I can't necessarily say it was all good, but Filipinos like their ballads, right? Yeah, so, you know, there's a lot of slow jams going on. But, you know, through my parents, I think I learned enough about what I play, which is like R&B, hip hop, and that's kind of like where my roots are, music-wise, from my parents. Which
one of your parents is like the music person?
My mom's, man.
Your mom?
Mom's, yeah. She, you know, karaoke machine, you are not gonna be able to get that lady off, man. It's not necessarily good, sorry, Mom, but she'll stay on there the whole night, and it's cute as hell, so it's cool.
Is there a DJ out there that you would kind of credit to introducing you and bringing you into this whole craft?
I mean, I can't just say one DJ. I gotta credit a bunch of like Toronto cats, like, you know, Mastermind, X, Grouch. I started off really listening to radio shows or getting a hold of mixtapes from New York. You know, Juice, Red Alert, Kid Capri, some cool stuff that was handed down to me. And from there, I started checking Mastermind on the radio, and it kind of just led to me getting really interested in the culture. And then I saw the movie Juice. So that kind of changed my perspective a little bit. Regardless of how fake Q was, the battle scenes and like just the essence of what a battle DJ was is what really kind of drew me to that end of things. And yeah, man, I didn't really look back after that because my sights were set on that, and then just kind of learned from there.
How old are you at this time?
You know, I'm 25. You know, no, I'm just joking. I'm 35, and I've been DJing since I was really like about like 14 years old. I started buying records and stuff, so.
What'd you start out with, equipment-wise?
Probably the shittiest gear you could imagine. So I had a realistic mixer that didn't even have a crossfader that I kind of learned how to mix on. And then I had a Techniques turntable that I bought and thought it had pitch control, and it didn't.
Right.
But it turned out to be really good for scratching. So I was able to manipulate it in a way where it wouldn't skip. And I was definitely thrilled with that. I eventually bought the second turntable, which is a Gemini BD10. So it's a belt drive. Couldn't really even handle the record because it would just like speed, like slow into the track.
Right.
You can't really like touch the record because it skips. So it was just really tough to work with.
Fast forward now, it's 2003. You're about to do DMC. How does Dopey prepare for that?
Man, it's tough, man. That's hours behind the decks. It's really just time put in and trial and error, just trying to figure out new routines or like really like, you know, cool tricks or different tricks from what everyone is doing. Really, it starts the day after whatever the battle season finished at in 2002. So once that is done, I'm already looking, and I didn't win, I'm already looking to move on to 2003. But really it's just hours and hours in the basement and just prep time, just trying to, you know, find the right records and find the right routines that have the proper impact to win that title.
Battle MC is basically saying something when you come out to MC. So like, how do you get that dialogue in your head? Because I watched the 2003, and you definitely come out. You have a statement. These records are speaking for you. What's the selection process for that?
It's a lot of listening. I mean, you know, you're trying to speak with your hands. You're not equipped with a mic, so you're trying to find these kind of like statements. And I think that year I used Dre. And you know, you piece them together, you cut and paste as you would in the studio, but you do it live so that it's saying something. And I don't remember exactly what my lines were saying, but it was something along the lines that, I'm taking the title and like, but in hip hop, there's so much content from Guru to like Eric B to like, Diamond D, Jeru, I think I used all these guys at one point, and they say enough battle lines that you
bravado.
Could, exactly, where you could piece it together and it'll, say something to cut up the other DJ or like say something, whatever you want, really.
You shared the stage with quite a few big names. There's Eminem, there's Slum Village, Nelly Furtado, Cardinal Official, Dragonet. Like, explain that experience of being on stage with these guys.
I mean, you try not to be too starstruck, and you just try to do your thing and just try to perform to your best ability without being too nervous, because there's a sea of people in front of you, and you're really under the microscope at that point. But yeah, man, it's cool. It's definitely humbling at the same time, as much as it is honoring.
Do you remember one of your craziest shows or anything?
As of late, or that Eminem show was insane, because I think that was one of my biggest shows at that point to date. And I just remember stepping up, and it was a big rave. It was his first time in Canada, and it was at C&E. I forget what room it is, but it was just a sea of people, and I was just like, am I really just about to get on here?
Does that get you nervous, all that?
I was definitely nervous, hand shaking, trying to mark trying to
find your mark, yeah.
Find my mark and stuff, but I think I pulled it off, and it turned out pretty good, and I take from it, and definitely couldn't have gone to that DMC World Champion without that experience.
Here's a tough question for you. If you were not DJing, what would you be doing?
Man, that is a tough question, because I've really had this vision in my mind since I was like 12 or 13, but some of my other loves is love for outdoors and love for fly fishing, actually.
Yeah, I seen that on your Instagram one time.
There's a lot of similarities to music and like DJing and like fly fishing to me. At least to me, I don't know if anyone else,
right.
Doesn't really matter, but I would probably be, out in the middle of nowhere somewhere, and just, who knows, man, maybe just a wanderer of some sort from river to river or something.
Well, I mean, what's the balance like for you between like DJing and fly fishing? Is there any similarities for you, or is any?
There is, man. I mean, like, for fly fishing, yes, it's a complete opposite, but at the same time, there's a lot of rhythm involved in just like the cast, because it doesn't necessarily become just about the fishing, but it's like the whole process. So it's like, I prep these flies, I tie these flies by myself, and then you take that ammo, so to speak, right, to the river, and you try to battle these fish with them, you try to fool these fish with them, right, and in between there, you got this like really rhythmic cast that is very elegant, very, very relaxing almost, and some music can do that. Some music obviously is really a lot harder, but to me, that's kind of like what appeals to me, right?
If you can go back in time now, 2003, right before that DMC, and you could talk to that younger DJ Dopey, what would you say to him?
I'll tell him, don't fuck up, because this is your chance. This is what you've been kind of working towards for the past like 15 years. No, not even 15, I'm sorry. 10 years at that point, I think. And, just bring it, because you could do it. And it's just a matter of like relaxing and being poised.
So tell everybody where they could find all the stuff and where they can get in touch with DJ Dopey.
Well, you could search me on Facebook. I think it's just the fan page is DJ Dopey, or The Real DJ Dopey. But you can find me on Twitter at DJ Dopey, Instagram at DJ Dopey, and at Snapchat, Dollface Gremlin.
My man, thank you very much for being part of SPINr today.
No worries. Thank you very much for having me.
It's the StokeS, King's Landing, DJ Dopey, SPINr.